Uvracha. This week's parasha contains a fantastic section known as Mishpat HaMelech, the concept of having a king, a strong leader over the Jewish people, one person that's going to be a monarch. And it's a great idea and can really work out, but the Torah warns us of some very specific pitfalls, and the first one is what happens right away. It says, when you ask for a king, be careful. Asim alai melech, the people will say, place a king upon me, that's okay. But watch out when they say, like all the other nations that are around me. This is one of the great challenges the Jewish people have always had. We are not like everybody else. And it's hard to not be like everybody else because the feel and the look of the outside is very alluring. It's very exciting. It's great. We may want to be that way. But all that stems from a lack of recognition of the specialness of what we have and who we are. There's a wonderful mashal that's given by Rabbi Nisim Yagen. He talks about an eagle which lays an egg, and the egg somehow gets mixed up with chicken eggs in the hen house. And this little eagle egg hatches amongst all the other chicks, and the eagle looks around and it sees the chicks pecking on the ground, so it starts pecking on the ground. It sees the other chicks squawking, so it starts squawking, and before long, the eagle is just like a chicken. One day, the eagle is in the barnyard, walking around, pecking on the ground, squawking, and it looks up and it sees a beautiful eagle flying in the air. It says, wow, look at that. And that big eagle that's flying in the air looks down and sees an eagle in the barnyard, squawking, pecking on the ground, and says, what are you doing down there? He says, what do you mean? I'm in my home. I'm in a barnyard. I'm a chicken. And the flying eagle says to the eagle in the barnyard, no, you're not. You're an eagle. And it lifts up the eagle, carries it on its wing, teaches it to fly, and the eagle becomes who it is. And of course, this parable is a parable for the Jewish people. Lots of times, Jews fall prey to looking around at the outside world, to looking at the other nations and saying, that looks great, I want to be like that, I want to be like that. It fails to recognize the special role that the Jewish people have. Hashem placed us here with not an easy task, to be the chosen people, to be the ones that are a light unto the nations as to how to behave ethically, morally, to follow in the ways of Hashem. It's not easy. And lots of times, you're going to have a difficult time because you're going to see some other nation, and that looks cool, and that looks fast, and that's a wonderful trend. But we can't fall prey to that. We have to recognize the specialness that we have as Hashem's people, following in the ways of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and all the other greats that came before us, the people that we see in the Tanakh and the Gemara, our own families. We have to recognize to be a Jew is to be an eagle. To be a Jew is to be special. We don't want to be like all the other nations. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just that they're not us. And we are us, and we have a special role that we have to play, and we should always embrace it. Shabbat Shalom.